Formula One world was rocked when not one, but two shocking exits turned the driver market on its head. The departures of Esteban Ocon and Daniel Ricciardo have left fans questioning the strategies of Alpine and Red Bull, and whether these moves signify deeper cracks in the foundation of these once dominant teams. Let's unravel the drama, the intrigue, and the implications for the sport's future. The Formula One paddock thrives on precision, planning, and long-term vision. Teams like Red Bull and Alpine have long been pillars of this competitive ecosystem. Red Bull, known for its innovative designs and dominating performances, has produced multiple world championships, most recently through the phenomenal talent of Max Verstappen. Meanwhile, Alpine, the French outfit rebranded from Renault, has prided itself on nurturing talent and remaining a consistent midfield contender. For Daniel Ricciardo, the honey badger of F1, 2024 was meant to be a comeback story. After a year away from the grid, Ricciardo returned with VCARB, formerly AlphaTauri, Red Bull's junior team, to reignite his career and prove he still had what it takes to compete at the highest level. Similarly, Esteban Ocon had solidified his place at Alpine, demonstrating resilience and skill, particularly through a memorable victory at the 2021 Hungarian Grand Prix. Alongside Pierre Gasly, his fellow Frenchman and former rival, Ocon aimed to push Alpine closer to the front of the grid. The ordinary world of F1 seemed stable. Fans eagerly awaited the 2024 finale in Abu Dhabi, expecting a thrilling conclusion to a season marked by strategic battles and fierce competition. But beneath the surface, turmoil was brewing. The harmonious facade of the paddock began to show cracks as teams scrambled to maintain their standings. Alpine had spent years building a reputation as a solid midfield contender, but frustrations over their inability to consistently challenge the top teams loomed large. Meanwhile, Red Bull, while still dominant, faced internal challenges that hinted at a team struggling to maintain unity. The first shock came when Alpine announced, just before the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, that Esteban Ocon would not race for them in 2025. The news was abrupt, leaving fans and analysts speculating about the reasons behind his sudden departure. What made this even more curious was the peculiar timing. Why announce it before the final race? Then, in a surprising twist, Daniel Ricciardo's exit from VCARB was confirmed. Despite a season of ups and downs, Ricciardo had shown flashes of brilliance. His departure, reportedly at his own request, suggested there was more to the story than met the eye. Ricciardo's decision to leave quietly, without a farewell celebration, in Abu Dhabi, only deepened the mystery. For both drivers, this was more than a career shift. It marked the end of chapters filled with promise and the beginning of uncertain journeys. The call to adventure was clear, but so were the challenges ahead. Ricciardo's quiet exit contrasted sharply with the fanfare expected for a driver of his caliber. As one of the most charismatic figures in F1, fans were left wondering, was this truly his choice, or had Red Bull's internal politics played a role? Similarly, Ocon's departure raised eyebrows. Alpine had invested heavily in his development, and his partnership with Gasly was touted as a new era for the team. Why then would they part ways so suddenly? Ocon's departure sparked intense speculation about internal dynamics at Alpine. The French team had struggled throughout 2024, plagued by reliability issues and underwhelming performances. Rumors of friction between Ocon and Gasly added fuel to the fire. Despite their public claims of camaraderie, insiders suggested that their rivalry had escalated, creating tension within the team. Adding to the intrigue was the involvement of Flavio Briatore, the controversial former Renault team boss who had reportedly taken a more active role in Alpine's decision-making. Briatore's influence raised questions about whether Ocon's exit was part of a larger shakeup aimed at revitalizing the team. Meanwhile, Ricciardo's departure from VCARB highlighted Red Bull's challenges with their junior program. Despite being a proven race winner, Ricciardo seemed unable to fit into the team's long-term plans. His exit, coupled with Red Bull's decision to promote Liam Lawson as his replacement, hinted at strategic shifts within the organization. The challenges for both drivers extended beyond their respective teams. Ocon faced the daunting task of finding a competitive seat in a driver market that had grown increasingly crowded. Ricciardo, on the other hand, appeared to be moving away from F1 entirely, with reports suggesting he had been offered an ambassadorial role at Red Bull, a bittersweet end to an illustrious career. For Alpine, Ocon's departure exposed deeper issues within the team. The rivalry with Gasly, while healthy competition, had reportedly devolved into a toxic dynamic that impacted the entire organization. Briatore's involvement only added to the chaos, as his bold and sometimes controversial decisions clashed with the team's more conservative approach. For Ricciardo, the challenge was personal. Having been one of the sport's most celebrated drivers, stepping away from the grid was a significant blow. His decision to leave VCARB and potentially F1 altogether was seen by some as an acknowledgement of the sport's shifting dynamics. Younger, hungrier drivers like Lawson were being prioritized, leaving veterans like Ricciardo with fewer opportunities. As the dust began to settle, the implications of these exits became clearer. For Alpine, Ocon's departure signaled a fresh start. The team was reportedly in talks with younger talents to fill his seat, aiming to inject new energy into their lineup. However, critics questioned whether Alpine's strategy was too reactive, risking further instability in their pursuit of progress. For Ricciardo, the transition to a non-driving role within Red Bull marked the end of an era. While his ambassadorial duties would keep him connected to the sport, it was a far cry from the competitive highs he had once enjoyed. Still, this role allowed Ricciardo to remain a beloved figure within the F1 community, preserving his legacy as one of the sport's most charismatic drivers.
Holy mac and cheese balls.
Liam Lawson's promotion to VCARB, meanwhile, was a testament to Red Bull's commitment to nurturing young talent. Lawson had impressed during his stint as a reserve driver, and his elevation to a full-time seat was seen as a reward for his hard work and potential. For Red Bull, this move also reinforced their reputation as a team willing to take risks in the pursuit of excellence. For fans, these developments were bittersweet. While Ocon and Ricciardo's departures marked the end of familiar narratives, they also signaled the beginning of new ones. The promotion of Lawson, the potential shake-up at Alpine, and the broader implications for the driver market ensured that the 2025 season would be anything but predictable. The rewards extended beyond individual teams and drivers. For the sport as a whole, these moves underscored F1's constant evolution. The departures of Ocon and Ricciardo highlighted the relentless pace of the driver market, where even the most established names could find themselves sidelined. Yet they also reaffirmed the sport's capacity for reinvention, as new talents and strategies emerged to fill the void. As the 2025 season approaches, the F1 landscape looks markedly different. Ocon and Ricciardo's departures have left gaps that will undoubtedly reshape their former teams. For fans, these moves serve as a reminder of the sport's relentless pace, where even the most familiar faces can disappear in an instant. The The ordinary world of Formula One has been restored, but not without leaving scars. Teams will regroup, drivers will adapt, and the narrative will continue to evolve. Yet, the lessons of 2024 remain clear. In the high-stakes world of F1, no position is ever truly secure, and every decision carries the weight of both risk and reward. For Alpine, the departure of Ocon marks a pivotal moment. The team must now rebuild, not just its driver lineup, but its entire ethos. The rivalry between Ocon and Gasly may have been the spark, but the broader issues within the organization demand attention. From reliability concerns to strategic missteps, Alpine faces a daunting road ahead. For Red Bull, Ricciardo's exit is both a loss and an opportunity. While his experience and charisma will be missed, the promotion of Lawson offers a chance to rejuvenate the team. As Verstappen's dominance continues, the challenge will be ensuring that Lawson's development is not overshadowed. For fans, the changes underscore the unpredictable nature of F1. The departures of Ocon and Ricciardo serve as a stark reminder that the sport's landscape is always shifting. Yet they also highlight the resilience of the F1 community. As new stories emerge and new heroes rise, the legacy of figures like Ricciardo and Ocon will remain an integral part of the sport's rich tapestry. So, what do you think of these developments? Did Alpine make the right call in letting Ocon go? Was Ricciardo's quiet exit a missed opportunity for a proper farewell? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth analysis of the ever-changing world of Formula One.